giving it to me again now. He says, a broken heart should be emptied before it's ever mended. You get that? Why? Because if you mend a broken heart before you dealt with what's on the inside of it, whoever gets next to you again and open your heart up, they catch everything that you didn't deal with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right.
So so my mind is broken. My mind is just messed up because sometimes our minds are messed up and we don't even know why. It says in the scripture that your heart is evil from youth. How is that possible? For my heart to be evil as a child. How is it possible for my imagination to already be jacked up and I ain't never seen anything? How is it possible? Let me see. Come on, come here. It's Daddy. That's son, right? Let him hold it. See how easy he gave it to him? Y'all can sit down. This is poison. Since Daddy got it.
Right. It's okay.
Without him even asking for it. He gave it to him without saying, why you want me to give it to him? What's wrong with it? Is it okay for my son to hold? Am I making sense to you? So what am I getting at? What I'm getting at is that we pass along stuff. And our kids receive it, and they ain't never asked for it.
Wow.
Because your heart was broken as a child. Because your mother wasn't there. That's why you don't know how to be a mother. That's why you want to be your daughter's friend and not her mother.
Wow.
Because your father wasn't there. You don't know how to be treated like a man, like a woman. As a man, you don't know how to treat a woman because all you ever seen was your mother work.
Wow. That's good. Come on.
So you're not going home to a situation to where daddy is saying to the son, hey, you're going to see how to treat a woman based off of how I treat your mama.
Right.
And the daughters look and say, man, my daddy treated my mama good, so I know what to expect.
Yeah.
But what they're doing is they're going home and mama's doing everything, and daddy come home probably sometime, and daddy probably drunk and all messed up, and daddy cussing at mama, fussing at mama, and mama's making a way for everything else, so therefore the son grows up not knowing how to treat a woman.
You said it.
Oh my God. You better pay attention. You better pay attention to young men that if you're let me walk down the street real quick. If you're in a relationship and you have a man, y'all write this down or whatever, text it to somebody because you know somebody about what I'm getting ready to say. If you're in a relationship and you have a man and you got children, but your man will allow you to treat him better than you treat your children, and he does not have a problem with it, I guarantee you he has mommy issues. He's got mommy issues because he doesn't have a problem with being over your children. When you canceling everything for him and let everybody else handle your kids. Somebody say ouch. Ouch. Something. Now, am I making sense?
Yes.
So, you're looking at stuff from way back when. Somebody say, my heart is open.
My heart is open.
Look here. The reason why you want to sleep around with a bunch of women, brothers, is simply because you never learned how to respect a woman.
Wow.
Somebody say mommy issues.
Mommy issues.
That's a mommy issue and a daddy issue.
Right.
And so what happens is as grown men, we carry on a bunch of childish stuff. Carry on a bunch of childish stuff. If a young man has never had a father to be over him and to lead and to guide him, he has a problem with authority. No other man is going to tell him what to do. Even though the other man could be right, but just because he's never had it, he's never been exposed to it, he's instantly right here. Am I making sense? Amen. And what happens is you raise your children that way. And once we raise our children that way, it's a repetitive cycle. That's why our families are in the turmoil that they're in now, because nobody wants to address the issue. Come here, incest. That's why you 14, 16 years old, 14 years old, already probably giving BJs at school.
Come on, Pastor.
I don't know what y'all call it. Y'all think y'all slick on kick and all this other stuff. Trust me, God see everything that you're doing. If you call yourself a child of God, he's reading everything that you write. Everything that you're doing at that school. If you're a child of God and you got a parent that's praying over you, Jesus is standing right there while you do it.
Wow.
Don't act like you don't hear me now. But what happens is, as I've always said, even to our teen class, baby, you planting seeds now.
Right.
Yes.
The reason why you're getting so caught up with stuff, family, is because God says this has been going on in your family for centuries.
Wow.
That demon feels like he belongs here.
Wow.
That demon is at Thanksgiving. He had dinner. He had lunch. He had the Christmas tree open presents because he feels like he belongs here.
Wow.
Have you ever been around somebody that in your family that as long as it's peaceful, they just seem agitated, but as soon as the drama starts, they right there?
Yep.
And they got a smile on their face?
Yep.
Maybe some of y'all that person. Why is that? Because everybody want to put on the front like they got the perfect family. And not realize that the enemy is ripping the family from inside out. But here it is. We can do something about it.
Amen. Amen.
This is how you do something about it, is you stop looking at everybody else. Don't want you feeling like we got the right to hold a grudge against somebody because they hurt us. Uh-oh. What are you saying right there, Pastor? When people hurt us and lie on us and talk about it, Jesus said forgive. How many times? 70 times 7. In other words, they don't even have to apologize or acknowledge when they're wrong.
Amen.
Because if you're not fixing it for anybody else, you're fixing it for your own children.
Yeah.
Why? My heart is open. God, where did this come from? Where did this anger come from? Where did this bitterness come from? Why do I always got to scream when I'm just trying to have a casual conversation? Why in the world do I have to be right about everything? Why do I feel like somebody always trying to take something from me? How come I can't forgive my daddy? How come I can't forgive my mama? How come I let the devil tell me that my mama don't treat my sisters better than me? Why do I continue to do these things over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, and now I'm stuck? Is it because I don't want to cry? Is it because I don't want to face it? But you got to understand, the very thing that you are afraid to face is what the devil will use against you to whoop your tail every time you start making progress in the kingdom.
Yes.
Open heart surgery. We bleeding yet? Now, when you go to a doctor, before they can determine what's wrong with you, more times than none, you gotta take an X-ray, right? And so what happens is, if you have symptoms, my God, symptoms. What are the symptoms of a bad heart? See, some of us, we don't know how to deal with these spiritual parasites. What's a parasite? Well, I heard it over here somewhere. Something that feeds off of you from the inside out, right?
Yeah.
And see, I was watching, of course, I watch National Geographic. I was watching this today. And it's this wasp that's smaller than a ladybug. It's smaller than a ladybug. And it flies, and it finds a ladybug, and it sticks this little thorn, or whatever the little tail thing is, up under the ladybug shell. Ladybug don't even know that. That's how small it is. And he lays an egg in between the ladybug shell and the ladybug's back. And it leaves. And what happens is that egg sits right on the ladybug back and it attaches itself to that back. And all of a sudden now this little baby wasp is between the back and the ladybug shell. The ladybug don't even know, my God, that it's transporting somebody else's demon. Don't even know because it's so busy doing everything else. Something came up and then slipped something on you, done planted a seed on you. And it's so light. Now all of a sudden, this embryo, this little thing, this larva is stuck to the ladybug's back, and now it's got